Okay, so starting our list off, we have 3 Rhinoheart, 3, well, 1 of each of the tier names, 3 in total, obviously. You play 3 tier cash, this is also another mandatory 3 of. And then also play 2 Fenrir. This is like the cash tiers and Tearlaments section of the deck in terms of monsters at the very bare minimum. I like playing 3 Rhinoheart because I played without it in this build here that doesn't run King of the Swamp, and I really liked seeing it engraved even if I wasn't summoning it. It's just nice to have because then it means you can get the Kaleido Heart easier. You can play it at 2. I just don't recommend it personally. I like playing it at 3, but to be fair, this deck, a lot of this deck is personal preference. And this is my personal preference. 2 Fenrir is probably the most controversial thing here, because like a lot of people I see don't run Fenrir in this deck anymore. I do. I like playing Wraitsoth and everything like that. I like maximizing on the plants and everything, and it's sort of a starter. At worst, it could search another copy of itself. At best, it's searching a Tearlaments cash tier. So, number onto the fairies, we have 2 Diviner, you know, loading up on a lot of normal summons and everything like that. So there's technically 6. You have 2 of this, your 3 Rhinohearts, and then your 1 Merle. I like this as a normal summon. It's probably your best normal summon because it comes a level 6 tuner, and that is super important. It's a level 6, it can be a tuner, so you can go to Baron, you can go to Beatrice, and it sends any of your Shizus, so this is like a really good summon off of Cross Sheep if you happen to mill it and summon a fusion to a zone that Cross Sheep points to. I like this card. I like it at multiple copies. At 1, I never saw it. At 3, it's too much. Now we have 2 Malicious, a Shyama, and a Destrudo to round out all the monsters. I don't like Denier in this kind of a list. It just sort of pushes a lot of Link monster plays that I don't have. I don't have SP Little Knight yet, so it's hard to really justify a card pretty shit in your hand and isn't a great mill because there's nothing to go into with it, whereas this is a level 6. It's a dark, so it has a lot of applications in this deck. It can make Mud Dragon, you can make Dangerous and everything like that. That's great. This card is unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievably bad. I was in a different mindset at this point. This card is ass. Please don't play it. I have better lists coming up and have made better lists for the previous format. Just bear with me. This card is awful. Don't play it.
Then spell cards. We'll go with a non-engine first. I play 3 Droplet. I love this card. It's good at unbricking some hands, but only really going second. It can get rid of your Shizu cards. These, most importantly, it can get rid of this, or this. Like any of the previous, like, 7, 8 cards that I've shown you, you can get out of your hand. More specifically, the 2, like these 6 here, the 2 Millers, the Maliciouses, and the Destrudo and the Shyama. They're pretty important to get out of your hand. You need them in graveyard to start playing a bunch. And Droplet helps with that, but mostly going second. It stops Dweller pretty well, which is, you know, always a bonus. It's a good interruption. You actually don't have a lot to send off of it, which is like one thing I've kind of noticed. I also play 2 Super Poly. I wanted to stick to a 40 card list, so I only have 2 in this list. I don't play a 3rd one in the side deck. This card's alright.
Another part of this video where I go back and edit it and I realize that I was blatantly wrong. Please play 3 Super Poly somewhere in your main or side, doesn't matter where, as long as you're playing 3. Okay.
Engine spells, we have a Foolish Burial, 2 Foolish Burial Goods, because this is just more copies of Terraforming, really. Or just any of your Tearlaments spell traps in your deck, which is nice. Then we play 3 Proto Rhino, a Wraitsoth, and a Terraforming. I mean, this gets Fenrir, Tier Cash, this gets all your good Tearlament names, and this can get either. More than likely Perla Rhino, because it's the better one. And then the Tearlament spell traps in the 3 Scream, 2 Solic, and a Trificorma. Extra deck, I play 5 fusions in the Kaleido Heart, the Dangerous, Dragostapelia, Garura, and Mud Dragon. For this kind of a build, this is pretty standard. I've seen people play 2 Kaleido Heart, and I kinda like the idea of it. Specifically, GGYGO's reasons for playing 2 of this is making me want to play 2 of this. I'm gonna have to give it a shot. I like the idea of 2 Kaleido Heart after seeing his list. Yeah, Dangerous is another level 6 and gets stuff out of your hand. It's pretty strong. Dragostapelia is Dragostapelia. Mud Dragon is necessary to make stuff like Toad, Dweller. That's crazy. And then, Garura is another dark level 6. So then we have Baron de Fleur is our only synchro monster, because, I mean, there's only one that's really worth making. I was playing Chen Ying for a hot minute because I still didn't have a Baron until the Rarity Collection came out. So, yeah, now I finally have my own Baron de Fleur, which is pretty cool. Then we have a lot of Xyz, so hold on, we'll go, it's Beatrice is probably, like, the best extra deck card, just because of what it allows you to do. The best one's probably Kaleido Heart, but I mean, this is an easy number 2. This card is fucking bonkers. Why is this still legal? Why am I allowed to play this? We have a Dweller because we don't like Mirror Match and we don't like Unchained. Reader. This card is kind of ass. I'm like really considering getting rid of this. And then I'm just like making Boguska instead. I've made this like once, twice even, and I still lost under it because it was against Minidium and they drew the field spell that lets you pop a dude when you have 3 in defense. So I don't know how much I like Reader at the moment. Me and Reader, we kind of got some beef. Helmet Shark into Toad, obviously. I mean, like, this is such a ridiculous package. It's just a free Omni Negate. I played a Zeus. This has been a very recent inclusion, and this card is nuts. This has won me a few games by itself, and yeah, I like, you should be playing this or Typhon in your deck. We have 2 extra deck monsters. No, sorry, fuck, what? 2 link monsters in the Cross Sheep and the Sprint. Nothing really to go over here. Like, they're pretty... Yeah, I mean, this brings back something when a fusion's pointed to it. This sends Merly or Diviner. Oh yeah, Scattershot. Speaking of Scattershot, we go to the side deck. We play 1 Scattershot because it wins in time. I've had this win in time for me once. Didn't feel great, but I mean, a win's a win. I can't complain about it. I play 2 Bestials. They're okay. Magnumut's nuts. Stress Form is an absolute beast into Unchained, but apart from that, they're alright. Like, I'll probably take them out. And we have 3 Droll and 3 Nibiru. A lot of monster hand traps and everything like that. No like Ash or anything in this deck, obviously, because they're not great mills. Droll auto-wins games. Nibiru can auto-win games. This card's much more iffy. I've had this and it's done a hell of a lot less than this has. We have Harpy's Feather Duster. 3 evenly matched to get rid of stuff like back row. This deck already does fine into back row, so it's not really much of a worry. It's just to get rid of big problematic threats. And then 2 TC Boo, because I had 2 slots left, and I was like, yeah, alright, let's play a Floodgate that auto-wins and is pretty good into most decks, and this is kind of it. This deck doesn't really die to TC Boo. Yeah, no, it doesn't really. It's kind of nice like that. It's just, it feels so strong to draw. And so yeah, that is the deck list. I think I'm going to change this up. Yeah, I got a lot of testing to do, but I'm confident this list is fine. It's done pretty well for me the last number of weeks. I've just played it fucking horrendously, which is a lot of the reason why I've lost. And I'm coming just 2nd or 3rd, or yeah. There's just a lot of disappointing losses that are really, really avoidable with this deck. This deck could genuinely be the best deck if it was piloted correctly. I'm still learning as a pilot for this specific variant. If you enjoyed, comment down below what your thoughts are. And while you're down there, why not drop a like, maybe a sub if you enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you later. Have a great rest of your day.